constructively. It's easier for you to show love unconditionally because you understand what love is and how it works. You understand the impact it will make or give somebody else. So with that understanding, you are freer in your mind. And you are more able to be ruled by love and compassion. This is the difference between the things on the left and the right. Now, still speaking on relationships, John Gottman, a renowned psychologist, did a research with couples, loads of couples. And the result of that research had 4 resounding things that keep popping up as the precursors to the disintegration of a union. I've used the disintegration of a union to kind of capture as much as possible whatever form of human relationships that we have, because I think these 4 things affect those ones too. What they did, what they were talking about, are that these 4 things, they are called the 4 horsemen, precursors to divorce. But I'm saying they are precursors to disintegration of any type of union. And I'll tell you what those 4 things are. The first one is criticism. I mean, it's okay to criticize. You can critique something. But how do you do it? When you criticize someone, your loved one, in such a way as to chip away at their dignity, that becomes a problem. An example of that would be, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this thing? Like, I expect better from you. There are so many other examples I won't bug you with, but for this example, you can expand it, and you know when criticism, if you sit down and you're honest and objective, you'll know when criticism is done in such a way that it actually chips away at the other person's dignity and self-worth. The second one is contempt. Now, this is where criticism graduates, goes another notch up. Again, just like I said before, when you criticize someone in such a way that it chips away at their dignity, you find that you become contemptuous. Contempt creeps in, and contempt also has an element of disrespect, disregard, because when you have contempt for someone, there is no respect in contempt. So, for example, you may say to somebody, like, is this what your mates are doing? Is this what your mates are doing? I expect that you, at least, you are educated. I don't expect this from an educated person. That's contempt. Contempt is already, you are telling that person, or when you actually outrightly tell someone, this is so stupid. It's contempt. You have no regard for that person or their feelings. You can critique something someone has done or criticize someone without chipping away at their dignity. When you do that, you will easily move into contempt, where what they do even begins to irritate you. Which brings me to the third one. The third one is defensiveness. This is a really bad part. This is really, really bad, because this one can easily set the foundation for gaslighting. And I'm coming to that. So what's defensiveness? Where you generally avoid to take responsibility for your actions, and all you do is you want to shift the blame. For example, your partner is telling you about something that hurts them, something you did that hurts them. Maybe initially you weren't listening or something somehow, and then the person gets infuriated or even more upset that I'm telling you what's paining me, you are ignoring me, or you are not. And then instead of you to take charge, listen to what they have said that you're doing that is upsetting them, you start getting angry with them for, say, for example, they're shouting at you. Unless that person is a mad person who operates by just shouting, everything, shouting. If that is not the case, if you ask me, I'll say it is disingenuous for you to do that. You should listen when someone is telling you what you're doing, particularly your partner is telling you what you are doing and how it's impacting them. Never mind their mode of telling you, so long as it doesn't involve violence. People are allowed to get angry, and it is wrong for you, especially when you know that you did something wrong, that thing you did actually isn't right. But instead of you to own up and make amends, you then criticize the other person and blame them for getting that upset for something you did that you know is not right. That's defensiveness. And when I say this sets the platform for gaslighting, if you don't know what gaslighting means, it's a situation where someone gets the other person to question their reality, either that person themselves or other people they talk to about that person, so that they question this person's reality and this person's sanity. When you start becoming, if you start applying defensiveness in your relationship, the stage is being set for eventual gaslighting. I'm sure you've heard people say things like when you say something long enough, even if it's a lie, when you say a lie long enough, you start believing your own lies. This is the situation. You know what you've done is not right. Instead of you to do the right thing, de-escalate the situation and appease the person, you tend to blame the person for getting upset for what you have done that you know is not right. Then you start calling the person names like he's too hot, she's too hot, she doesn't calm down, she no, you don't get to do that. That is not fair.